Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk. Mostly drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am your host, Jedi Master Grayson, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing?
Peace up, peace up, peace up, peace up. A-Town down. You know what I'm saying?
Peace
I'm
up.
always here. I'm always here, goddamn. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, how are you lovely nerds out there in wonderful YouTube world? We are so excited about tonight's show. We are talking The Beauty. We are talking A Night of Seven Kingdoms. And as always, we're talking shit.
Mostly shit.
Mostly shit. No comic book corner tonight. Jeff is taking the week off. He is much like John Oliver. He pretty much just works whenever he wants to.
Got that PTO. Got that time off.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man, I got so much PTO stacked up. I might as well just use this because they don't carry over.
Now, to be fair, everybody on the Drunk Banthas, Nerds at Night, Drunk Banthas crew work when they want to. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's an open door policy we have here at the Drunk Banthas.
Man, everybody on CPT over here. That's all we on over here. That's why we started at 8:15, not 8 o'clock. Shout out to everybody who was out there from the beginning. Shout out to all of y'all out here supporting us. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know who you are. Make sure y'all get up here, like, subscribe, do all the good things and the good shit. And make sure you share this shit,
Please.
like, because if you don't share it, people don't watch. We've seen it.
That's
make sure
literally
y'all
how it happens.
make sure y'all share.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up? Where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Back to the show.
Yeah.
That guys, definitely go and check out our latest episode of Does It Hold Up, where we talked about Balls of Fury.
Balls deep.
Was it Balls of Fury or Balls of Fire? No, yeah, it's Balls of Fury.
Balls deep.
Going balls deep.
Who we do that with?
We did that with Money Blake Weather.
Money Blake Weather.
Past and future guest of the show. Oh, it was a super fun combo. We got some great episodes coming up later this season. Great hosts. Great guests that we're gonna have on.
Great guests.
Vic Vega. Heavy spoilers gonna come through.
Who?
It's heavy spoilers. That's right.
Oh shit.
That's right. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
I hope I didn't jinx myself, but he said he's coming through. We already got it scheduled.
Yeah, I was like, why did you say that? That is terrible.
Right.
Shout out to Lil Frothy in the building.
What up, Lil Frothy?
Lil Frothy in the building.
But yeah, since there's no Jeff comic book corner tonight, we might as well just go ahead and dive right into our first topic of the night. We're going to be talking about.
Sorry, I hit the button when you said there's no Jeff's comic book corner, but that was.
I was like, no, that's not.
That was for the viewers. That was for Lil Frothy, and that was for the viewers.
Yeah. We were not applauding.
No Jeff comic book corner tonight. Yeah. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Jeff.
No, I'm mad when Jeff's not here because I can't do this. I have no reason to do this.
But it doesn't stop you.
Well, no, not today it didn't. Not today it didn't.
But so yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our first topic of the night. We're talking about episode 3 of the new HBO Max TV show. Episode 3, The Squire.
Squaw.
Now, there were things about this that were spoiled for me about this episode last week because our guest Terry was very excited.
Don't give a fuck about nothing. I'm like, dude,
he was very excited about.
He was more excited than a nigga walking to an adult sex shop for the first time.
It's funny because like sometimes people are just like so excited and they just like they spoil shit and this,
He's
then,
like,
then they're like, oh,
"It's not
I
a
didn't know.
spoiler.
I didn't
The
know. I'm
books have
sorry.
been out for no, nigga. Okay, but I didn't read them goddamn books.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to like I don't want to make a whole thing of this, but I did not know this information that you were divulging right now. I'm just gonna try to move right along, but there were some revelations at the end of this episode that we'll get into. But let's talk about the beginning. While Dunk sleeps, Egg trains the war horse Thunder. He is confronted by the one-eyed Sir Robin Riesling, who questions whether the horse was stolen.
Riesling.
Sorry.
No, I don't know.
Riesling is like base and boss.
Base and boss.
Yeah.
Base and boss.
Base
Not
and
base
boss.
and boss. Base and no.
Drum and bass.
Sorry, people. I apologize. I ain't supposed to do all that.
Egg later informs Dunk that only highborn knights compete on the tournament's first day. While Dunk buys food, Tansel tells him his shield will be ready that evening. It's fun intro to the episode. We get to see that Egg really takes his squireship really seriously. He wants to do a really good job. What up, Fifth Bantha? Jinx.
Don't you ever say jinx to me again in my life, in your life, in my life at the very least.
How are you? Because I am personally really liking the relationship between Egg and Duncan. It's a relationship we've seen a lot in movies and TV shows. It's just like the young wolf and cub or lone wolf and cub thing, Mandalorian and Grogu relationships. Just big person, tiny person. Isn't it cute how they interact? But what do you think of their chemistry?
Hate it.
No, I'm joking.
I just want to tell that joke.
I honestly had nothing to say, and I was like, you know what? Hated it. That's the only thing that could come to my mind when you asked me the question, and I really didn't want to be advantageous, but here we are.
Here we are.
So anyway, I love their chemistry. I think I said that previous episode. Like, I love their chemistry. I thank you, Fifth Panther. Like I said, I love their chemistry. I love their chemistry in the book. And man, I just can't wait for more of this story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. I'm really trying not to spoil a lot of stuff because there are 3 total novellas, and I've heard that there probably is going to be another one, which people don't give a fuck about. They want Winds of Winter.
Yeah, right. It's like, fuck what you heard. I want that Game of Thrones.
Like, yeah, that Duncan egg shit is cool now. but I don't give a fuck about that. Sorry, I was just thinking about this drop that I meant to get, which was the fuck her. But if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm really excited about this episode and what's to come all over the place.
Yeah, I did. I do. I mean, I'm really enjoying the chemistry as well. Like, and like I mentioned in the last episode, this may be a future. This may be a 2027 Drunkies nominee for best high concept comedy because
it is.
It's super funny.
2026, here we come, baby. 2027. I mean, that'll be the one that it happens in.
Right? Yeah. It's like,
then.
you know, the 2025-2026 season
right.
of the NBA.
Last of Us come out this year?
No. Last of Us came out last year, but
is it coming out this year too?
Actually, yeah, I don't know. If
it does, I can't wait for it to get beat by this show. Sorry.
There's a lot
and
of
Fallout.
There's a lot of really good TV this year already.
Fifth Bantha, you're saying I'm pretty sure I was right about Egg, who Egg really is, and you are proud of that. Although you may be proud of that, I'm not trying to poo-poo on your parade, but as we just mentioned, Terry did basically say it 15 times last week.
We begged him
So-
not to. It's like we were
Maybe-
dragging him off screen. He was like,
Yeah.
spoilers.
It was very obvious who he was saying was. What? Read this one.
Fifth Banthas says, I keep hearing more rumors about a live action He-Man lately. Yeah, there is gonna be a Masters of the Universe He-Man movie that's coming out this year.
He said, "Yeah, I nailed it." Episode 2. This is episode 3.
There's definitely a He-Man movie coming out. There were like commercials during like what was it, during the NFL playoffs, right? They had commercials for it.
What?
That He-Man movie, the new Masters of the Universe movie.
I don't watch commercials.
I remember like shielding my eyes because I saw like a Skeletor. I was like, oh no.
I really don't pay attention. Like, if it was 2 weeks ago, I was watching it like basically at the game.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah, that's
had
right.
no
You
commercials.
probably had different.
Where I was
commercials, yeah.
watching it, there are no commercials.
Oh, okay.
We're giving
Yeah.
out we're not doing no promotion shit.
Right.
Naming
yeah.
where I was at and shit.
It's
Also,
like-
it could be problematic. I don't want people just showing up where I'm at.
It's like, I don't want you to know where I'll be.
So yeah, there weren't no commercials there though.
Fifth Bantha also said in the chat, I'm so afraid the MOTV is gonna suck.
What's
Masters of the Universe.
oh
Morgan.
Morgan's chatting in the chat like them niggas from Nerds at Night.
Just started talking about other things.
Said, yeah, but do you think?
What do you think of Masters of the Universe?
But do you think Billy is still alive though? Do you think Billy is still alive? No, I'm joking, but that shit is how it is. Sounds like that's just funny as hell.
Yeah. Hopefully, a future Doesn't Hold Up episode, we'll be talking about Masters of the Universe.
What? No,
but
we
let's
are.
talk about what we're
We
talking.
just did it, didn't we?
No, not yet, because we're talking about it
Oh.
with Homeboy.
Oh yeah, homeboy. Hey, I just watched the movie. That's why I was like, didn't we just do it?
Why did I watch that
Let me
movie
tell you,
if we
like,
didn't talk about it?
if y'all knew how many of these motherfucking shows we've recorded, like, it's
Yeah.
hard for me. Doesn't hold up.
It very rarely comes out like at the time it was recorded. Like most of the episodes we drop were recorded months prior. But then later on in this episode, what happens? During a jousting match, Arion acts dishonorably and mortally wounds Sir Humphrey Harding's horse, enraging the crowd. Arion. Oh, Arion. Sorry, pronounced it wrong.
I just want, because you said sound like a woman. What you said sounded like a woman. and I was
Ariel.
like- yeah, I was like, who?
Little memory joke. A fortune teller claims that Egg will become a king and die horribly. Spoilers, lady. Dunk and Raymond discuss Arian. Wait.
Yeah, you got
Arian.
nailed
Okay,
that.
so
time.
it's Arian's
Nailed it.
jousting match, and Raymond expresses his hatred for the Targaryens.
You
So
just
lots
went-
happening there.
Look at that. See, damn. You just went through the whole episode.
Damn near. Yeah, there's a lot that's happening.
You just said the whole episode. What do you want me to say? Ask me a question, because I don't know what to say after you say it all.
Well, yeah, like what did you think of the jousting match? Because I was kind of surprised that everybody got enraged in the crowd, because I didn't know that was like untoward to stab the horse. I thought that was just like some James Harden shit.
We'll get to the let me tell you about the jousting, and then we got to get to the beginning. We'll jump off from the beginning. Because I think it's very important, the beginning where Egg was with the horse. But the jousting, like, what do you mean? What did I think about it? I mean, like, it shows how fucking terrible Prince Arian is. Like, dude is Arian, whatever. Nigga is an asshole. He's a terrible person, and he's clearly got one of them Targaryen retardation.
He's a little
like,
crazy.
He's, from inbred love and sex,
Yeah, he's
What-
a little,
which
he's
is
a little
cr-
crazy.
Do you know how
Got the
crazy
crazy
it
eyes.
is to me? Like, remembering, like, seeing all these Targaryens, seeing how like just terrible people some of them can be, and remembering that, oh yeah, they did have like incest stuff going on. And like they were trying to get out of that at certain points through their history, but it always has to stay because the legend of the Song of Ice and Fire being passed down to king. Now, we don't know about that legend until the House of the Dragon season.
Right. Yeah.
Right? We don't know
where
about
they
that
actually talk about the
Then all of a sudden, sister and cousin fucking is like, well, I guess you kind of had to.
I
Like,
guess
how
that's
else do
fine.
you make sure for thousands of years that your bloodline stays intact enough to be sure that you can stop the oncoming Armageddon?
I mean, it's
Like, let me ask
at
you a
least
question.
they had.
Well, never mind. I don't want to ask you that question.
Well, I will say that at least they had the excuse of thinking that they were preventing an apocalypse for inbreeding in their royal family. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
So my point is that these people are crazy. This jousting match specifically that you're talking about clearly shows how with less power they become more like without their WMDs. They are without their dragons. For those, they are more petulant. More like it's like, oh, you're displaying that you have a lot of power because you got dragons. I can understand, but now you ain't got no dragons. You really just kind of out here just being an asshole.
Right. You got to flex in different ways.
Now I got to be like, take every slight. I have to, be on my defenses. And I feel like that's a big difference if you're looking at the House of the Dragon, right? Like we looking at the House of the Dragon, they like this. Like Damon just cut dude's head splashing like straight in half, like during a like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, well, we ain't even gonna worry about that. We not, because that's not what we doing up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't, but it was more like regal in a sense, as opposed to, you want to fight me, you have to face the dragon.
Right.
God, here we go. This is face the dragon ass nigga.
It's like,
here we go again.
Here we go again with this face the dragon shit. Pit Panther said the horse gave me never ending story PTSD flashbacks.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And Pit Panther said fingers don't flex how he flexed them. The people are insane. Yeah, for sure. You're not lying. Was there something that you wanted to say about the beginning of the episode with the training?
Go to the beginning, man. Let's go to the beginning, man. Like, because Egg is clearly, like, if you didn't know that he was the prince of the seven realms, then you're seeing Egg clearly show that he's not really that good of a squire, or at least he's not experienced. He's trying to get himself trained because he's trying to make sure, after seeing all of the craziness at the joust the day before, he knows he's got to be on his shit.
He's trying to get some snaps in.
Yeah. Right, just trying to get these reps, cuz you know what I'm saying? Coach don't let me get no reps. So I have to get them on my own, on my own time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he took the horse out there. And so I thought that was dope, but the interaction that he had with old buddy, the dude can't remember his name.
Riesling
walked up with his feet off, with his shoes off.
Is that the one-eyed guy?
The one-eyed guy. Nigga,
he didn't have shoes on? I didn't notice that.
Bro, he ain't had no shoes on.
I did not notice that.
He walking around with a staff, no shoes on, bro, and an eye missing. And then when they showed how his eye was missing, let me tell you something. Number one thing that has been the best and most eye-opening realization about this show in comparison to the others is this show has so many flashbacks.
Yeah, it's like Family Guy style flashbacks.
First flashback in the history of this show was in the history of the series, in the history of this realm of on HBO, we saw a flashback. If you're not, I'm not including the Battle of Greyjoy,
right, or the time travel kind of shit that they did,
because he is actually doing that stuff. Yeah, that is that's not a flashback. I'm talking about flashback. This is the first time we ever seen this in this whole series, and it is making a difference. It actually is adding color to it, and that scene where they cut to him losing his eye in his jousting match. Now that could have been funny to you. Probably shouldn't be, but it was funny.
Yeah.
But it probably shouldn't be. And even if it wasn't funny to you, you were at least able to quickly get an understanding of what happened, how crazy this guy is, and also that, he's pretty much a badass.
Yeah. It did the job of explaining what kind of character he is. For me, it was just like, like the whole time it was happening. And then after the flashback ended, I started laughing. But yeah, then at the end of the episode, egg requests to Squire for Dunk permanently, but they are interrupted by Plumber. Yes, Dunk to take apart a rigged joust against Lord Ashford's son, Sir Andrew, to recruit money spent on hosting the costly tournament. Gives Dunk a day to decide. So basically, he's like asking him to do the opposite of throwing a fight.
Hey, look, kid.
I didn't see why he had such a problem.
Hey, what you're gonna do is dude's gonna take a fall. Yeah, you don't gotta do nothing except just hit him in his face. You know why he's gonna take it. He's a fucking man of honor. He has some decency about himself. I'm not gonna take a W.
I see why he would feel a certain way about it, but the next fight is still gonna be.
If somebody came in here right now and brought you MVP for the Super Bowl, are you gonna be like,
well, this is why?
Are you gonna just feel like that you earned that? Are you gonna just feel like this is weird that somebody just brought me this? If somebody gave you a Emmy right now,
it's a little.
Are you
different.
Gonna be like, I earned that Emmy, or you could be like, what the fuck do I have to do for this Emmy? Because now you don't just. I'm just saying, you're not just cashing in, but now they kind of own a piece of you. Because what are you gonna do? Tell everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go to anybody for reasoning with these people. You're in bed with them now, and then if you say you don't want to do it again, they can just tell people that you did it.
Well, that is an interesting
gambling 101, baby.
That is an interesting caveat of it. Like, you could be in these people's pocket, but I would say it's a little different. Where it's like, it's not like necessarily the Super Bowl. Somebody's handing you the Super Bowl. Somebody's handing you a win in the first round of the playoffs. It's like you're still gonna have to play 2-3 more people,
or are you going to have to take a fall now because you just took a dub?
But that's the interesting caveat.
Well, no, it's not an interesting caveat. It's just an elaboration on what you're saying. It's just forward thinking. Because you could think right now in the moment, I can make this money. But then, like you said, you do have to keep going, and the fact that you have to keep going doesn't mean that you will keep going.
Right.
Not just because of something that you choose, but it could be because of something that they choose.
And Doug, I'm sure, is not even thinking about that.
Like Fifth Banthas said, fingers don't flex like that. You don't want to be the one on the other end having to have your fingers flex because you owe niggas money or you won't do what they tell you to do.
Yeah. And I'm sure Dunk isn't even thinking about it in that aspect. He's just thinking about like the honor aspect of it. But I'm sure that might be something that comes up later on, depending on what he decides to do.
He probably could be thinking about it because it's honor in that. Like, it's because that's the reason you don't do it that's the reason you do it honorably, is because all those things could happen. Because, you don't want a presentation of yourself as a cheat.
Well, I just meant like, I'm sure he's not thinking about being in their pocket. I think he's just thinking about.
I think that's all about it. I think it's all a part of that.
Okay.
Like, because otherwise, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, it's the shame of being in their pocket or having to possibly do it again, or somebody finding out and then they using it over his head type shit. You know, I think that is a part of the honorable part, you know, or the dishonorable part, however you want to look at it.
Right. And then later on, Egg watches one of the Tansel's performances that portrays a dragon being killed. Feeling his family insulted, Arian breaks Tansel's finger. And infuriated, Dunk attacks and loosens one of the prince's teeth. Guards quickly restrain Dunk, and Arian prepares to knock out his teeth as a revenge. They're about to straight up curb stomp this dude. But Egg orders
some real what's that show?
American History X.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought of too.
I was like, man, don't do this. This is very Soprano shit.
Right? It was like, are we doing this in the third episode with the main character? But Egg,
honestly, I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Right. But Egg orders the guards to stop and reveals that he and Arian are brothers.
Bum, bum, bum.
And my question.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
You know, thankfully, this happened already. We got how many episodes of this show? 6? 8?
I think it's 7 episodes.
Well, this is very early for them to come to this realization. I'm just saying, as far as this novella is concerned.
For me, I'm kind of glad that it was revealed this early, just for me, because again, it was spoiled for me last week. So I was like, I'm glad that they didn't drag this out too long.
Facts.
Yeah, that was interesting for me. It was satisfying for me that they revealed it so quickly. Oh, it seems like there's a doorbell ring. Speaking of
doorman.
Speaking of spoilers,
you're just a doorman.
He might be a clone. He might be a variant. Who's to say? Maybe just him. Producer T, welcome back to the show, bro.
Aegon becomes king.
Somebody already beat you to that, buddy. Old white.
I'm so happy they just jumped down and finally just did everything. Like, God, because I'm sorry, you don't even have to be a book reader to know this. If you saw this book by George R.R. Martin, The Hedge Knight, and you picked that motherfucker up and turned around the back, I wonder what this George R.R. Martin book was about. That motherfucker says, here's the story of Aegon the Unlikely, the king, and his best friend, and King's garments are Duncan the Tall. This is how they became famous. And you're like, well, fuck, that's who that is. So
yeah,
sorry, that's why I do not feel bad.
No, you're absolutely wrong with that. There's way more people who haven't seen that fucking book anywhere. There's way more people who haven't seen that book anywhere. You're wrong. It's okay.
And you know what?
We all be wrong sometimes.
And you know what?
We can all
don't
be
care.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
we can all be wrong sometimes.
Sometimes we gotta play the role of the villain. And right now, the night is dark and full of spoilers.
Always thinks that he's the hero. Exactly.
Hey, sometimes either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. But what did you think of? Yeah, like you said that you liked that they revealed everything pretty quickly with this episode. Do you think
like I said, it was never meant to be a secret type thing? Only to Duncan. It was only a secret to Duncan because he's dumb.
So everybody in the realm knew that was Aegon?
Pretty much. That's why he had to shave his head.
Nobody know that was that boy. Otherwise, the boy would have got caught. Now, we ain't going to go in here and start fictionating.
He definitely obviously shaved his hair.
It's not fictionated. As soon as he ran up in there at the end, he started screaming. He was like, you do what I say. Nobody questioned him. Nobody said anything. They recognized.
Nobody in this whole story said nothing about this boy being
because they weren't paying attention to him.
To be fair.
No one at the very end, like, let's talk about that, like this final scene when Egg does come up and say, hey, everybody stop. I think that the only reason that everybody listened to him is because Arian recognized him. He was like,
he was the first person.
He's like, what happened to your hair?
I think the first person who said something. He said,
yeah,
insolent little shit. And like,
if you notice behind him, he has 2 guards with him coming in.
Yeah.
He comes in with security.
Know about all that. I don't know about all that. Well,
you don't have to know about all that. Just go back and watch the fucking episode.
Got security. Let's just be real. We're not gonna just sit here and just be fictitious now.
We're not being fictitious. Pull up the fucking episode then. Like, why are you like just security? So much?
I just watched the episode. If he walked in with
me too,
then what does that mean? That means he went and got security.
Like,
does that mean security's been walking around with him
time and time again?
I just don't understand.
You'll be proven wrong again.
Okay, I was proven wrong. Where was I proven wrong?
Countless times.
Where was I proven wrong?
I mean, obviously,
pull up the tape.
Obviously, Egg
or recount something.
Obviously, Egg was actively trying not to be noticed in these first.
Yes, I mean, look, we can just stop all this fake ass shit. This nigga nobody know who this nigga was. We just not gonna do that shit. That is just bullshit.
Yeah, I think that
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, like I think that's
you hate to be proven wrong, and so we gotta start going back to tapes to where every time you get proven.
Yes, thank you. Our nips just touched. Mine are so hard.
Mine are different sizes.
Just start hitting the ones that don't nobody like. God damn it. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. But yeah, I am excited to see how like the story unfolds, because yeah, again, I don't know anything about this story with Duncan and Egg. I've heard like a little bit, but I kind of feel like somebody who's never seen Star Wars before and is like, is Darth Vader Luke's daddy?
But Game of Thrones is no Star Wars.
No, yeah, it's definitely not that. But yeah, I'm just talking about just like how I've
Dune has existed for 4 decades. Don't nobody 6 decades. Like, it don't matter if it's how long it's been out. If you don't know it, then you don't know it.
Yeah, no. Fifth Banthas said in the chat, I like that clip very much. Thank you. Hey, it's all for you, Fifth.
What did he say up there?
Oh, he said in the chat, so one person did recognize him. The dude who drank with Dunk in the red said, hey, don't I recognize you?
Yep.
Did he say you're Aegon? The king?
I recognize
that's actually proof that didn't nobody know who he was.
Oh, that's kind of proof that people do know who he was, and he's trying his best to hide.
Narrative that everybody was walking around like, oh, that's the king.
Did I say that? I did not say anything fucking like that.
That is what you've been arguing.
No, it is not. I mean, if you're trying to like prove me wrong and make up fictitious shit that I said, then yeah, I would say that's what I said, but that's not what I said.
But moving right along, guys, let us know what you guys thought of this episode in the chat. If you guys have been watching Nite of the Seven Kingdoms, how do you think it compares to other Game of Thrones spinoffs? I personally think this is
the Game of Thrones fans who got mad at Game of Thrones.
It's funny that you say that, because I feel like this was
probably the directors and the writers who were the Game of Thrones fans who got mad at Game of Thrones.
I mean, yeah, well, this
is in a good way. I mean that in a positive way.
We didn't hear what you said the second time. We didn't hear what you said the second time.
I was saying I mean that in a positive way.
Oh, the how it's like it's for Game of Thrones fans who are sick of Game of Thrones.
I think it's the same thing when I say that the writers and the directors must have felt the same way. They must be coming from that same point of view, because like first thing they did was shit on the song.
They actively shit on. And I do think that this is very comparable to Andor in the sense that like it's not tonally very similar at all, but it is like a deterrent from what we're used to. You know, Andor was like Star Wars without lightsabers. This is Game of Thrones without dragons, and it's a smaller story, and it's tonally different than what we're used to. This is a little bit more comedic than the serious tone that we've gotten from the Game of Thrones, and I'm personally really digging it. I can't wait to see what happens next. But moving right along, we'll move on to our next.
You ain't see the trailer for the next one. Maybe I'll talk about it Thursday.
Oh, the trailer for the next episode.
Yeah, episode 4.
Can we talk about last week's episode when you see them watching the joust for the first time and you see Egg look at how the squire's moving, like he's cheering all of a sudden, but then like Egg just stops cheering. He starts looking at how them squires are moving, how fast they got to get them jousts and them sticks up, them lances. And then what do we see? The very first episode, the very beginning of this episode, little nigga locking the fuck in. I said that last week. I said, look at that look in his eye. He wasn't scared. He wasn't worried of being like, oh, I don't think. He was like, nah, I need to lock the fuck in.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to the gym tomorw.
He locked in. He even had the horse. He even made the horse do exercises too.
So I'm practicing my jumper tomorrow morning.
Banthas said OG Game of Thrones didn't have dragons either till the end. Not really true.
They were coming the whole time.
Well, they had them in the third season.
The season finale of the first season, dragons came into the show.
Every time I think about that,
that's why I said second season.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to include the last 30 seconds of the episode of the first season. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But y'all remember when South Park dragged them?
I fell out of South Park by then. So I did not see
I just remember that they dragged him.
Yeah, okay. Like the whole joke was they go to meet George R.R. Martin to figure out what's going on, and the whole time he's like just making up excuses of to why he can't do shit, and he keeps going, don't worry, the dragons are coming, they're coming, and they haven't shown the dragons yet or do anything with the dragons, but the whole time he also keeps on, but then he shows up with his ding-a-ling, and he shows his slong, because remember, the first 4 or 5 seasons, like the dragons didn't do shit, but just kept seeing dick everywhere.
Yeah,
man, dick. I forget dragon dick, ladies and gentlemen.
I forget what journalists coined the phrase or used the phrase first, but they said that they would use a very clever form of exposition called sexposition, where they would talk about a lot of lore, but it would always be while somebody had their dick out or their titties out.
Another
it's like, 1,000 years ago, King Aegon.
Another exaggerated situation, but it was like, yeah, it happens, but that is also very exaggerated because most of the actual lore about it is like given through old ladies with no teeth and fucking old books and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about our last topic of the night. We are talking about the new FX series, It's the beauty. That's right. Episode 4, Beautiful Chimp Face.
Beautiful Chimp Face. That sounds racist.
Yeah, is that racist?
No, that's not racist. But also very insensitive to people who've had their face eaten by chimpanzees.
Yeah, this was a weird episode. Because like in the last, in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, we get a lot of plot. In this episode, we get very, very little. Because if I were to describe this episode, I could say Evan Peters interviews a guy who happens to be infected. He interviews another guy who happens to be infected. And then he sees Rebecca Hall, who's no longer Rebecca Hall.
Is that written down here?
That's not what's written down here, but I was just like thinking about what happens in this movie. 3 things. Or what happens in this episode? 3 things.
Very hard for me to come up with a thumbnail for this episode. So that's why the thumbnail is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Because I could not come up with a thumbnail for such a very nothing happening episode, but there was a lot of action.
There's a lot of action,
so
but
you
all
weren't-
that was also inappropriate, so he probably couldn't make a thumbnail out of that either.
A lot of it was.
T, did you have
I
you
don't
been
even want to
watching?
get into the making of thumbnails.
Yeah, T, have you been watching The Beauty?
Yeah, he was watching it. He was talking about it last week.
Oh yeah, I just want to make sure he's still
He didn't
keeping
get
up.
off of it.
Yeah, sometimes people are just like, nah, I don't watch
I'm
that
done with
anymore. And I'm getting off now.
What kind of fucking facility was he questioning him in? That place was weird as shit. Like,
That was the
at
weirdest
first I
hospital.
thought it was like some kind of secret FBI lab, and then it turned into like some weird plastic surgery hospital with that dude. And then next thing you know, they're like exiting a warehouse again, and they got real bad security. Like, I can say that fucking fact. Their security is lack, and those doors are slow as fuck. He hit that emergency button. That door like
Too slow.
Yeah, right.
Too slow.
close the damn door, bro. Like, what the
They got faster doors on Star Trek.
Also, can we talk about the bedside manner of these scientist doctors too? Terrible bedside manner. Like, I kind of,
they're
you
terrible.
know, he was being a little bitch, but he did have some grievances that I was like, y'all could just tell him what the fuck's going on. Just be like, dude, you have a very contagious disease. That's why your friend fucking exploded, and you have it. So you need to calm the fuck down. Like, they couldn't even tell him that. They had to wait for Evan Peters to get there. It was just.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where they just make crap decisions for plot device to get things pushed forward, and I'm like, I hate when they can't really.
Maybe it's just that the FBI, you know, their budget is so bad that they had to sublease a building inside of another medical facility, you know, and they sublease in an area, but then, like you said, the doors are slow. The doors are slow because they're in a building that really actually isn't up to code, so the doors don't go fast and shit, you know. And you know, this ain't the CDC,
you know, because that's one of
thought it
the
was at first, but I guess it's not, huh?
at first, I thought it was the CDC, but then they get like an alert from the CDC, like that they
And
have.
then
Like,
this was talking about, we gotta get this to the CDC, and the guy's like, oh, the CDC is bad. I was like, oh, I ain't in the CDC yet. Like, what the fuck?
And it's funny because I'm
Right.
watching. I'm also watching this other show called Task, where one of the main plot points is that the FBI is underfunded. So it's just like, oh, well, I guess all this makes sense.
There you go.
I enjoyed the fashion montage. Gotta make that shit tighter.
Yo, let's
Tighter.
Yeah, I was.
I felt the exact opposite about the fashion montage. I
Let
fucking
me tell you
hated
something,
it.
man.
Well, you know what? I like men's fashion sometimes, so I was actually just kind of closely paying attention to what he's wearing. I was like, oh, let me see
I'll say the
that.
fits were dope.
Oh no, I wasn't paying attention to what he was wearing. I was paying attention to the obvious, overt sexual nature in which it was building up to, and then bam, it went straight to it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this nigga gonna be like, okay, you know them clothes ain't free, right? You're gonna have to do something for them, you know, because you can't trust Terrence Howard's son.
Anthony Ramos.
Man, you can't touch what you say. His name what?
Anthony
Oh,
Ramos.
His name is Anthony Howard. Nigga. I'm trying to tell you. That is motherfucking Terrence Howard's son.
We did get to learn more. I mean, it wasn't too much of a boring episode. We learned that, you know, that the difference between what the assassin dude has and what Ashton Kutcher has is that they keep. Remember, I was like, there has to be something different with the versions. Like,
Right.
aren't they dead in 2 years yet? What's going on? Maybe they take booster shots, and
That is true. We do get that scene with Ashton Kutcher's character, where we get a little bit of like backstory on, you know, the booster shots that he's taking, and he's like on his like 1,000+ shot, and to be and I
wonder how many he's taking a day.
What they said he's on day 1,000 and something, so
day
he's
1,000.
gone past the 2-year mark of when it would make you blow up.
Right. I'm curious as to how many of them shots he got to take a day.
Once
You know
a
what I'm
month is what he was saying.
He said once a month.
Once a month.
He said because his was once a month, and he said, you know what? Fuck it. To spite you, we're gonna dilute it down. It's not gonna be once a month. It's gonna be once a week. Charge the same fucking price. So
Yeah.
I would say that his
Water
was on
down.
probably a once a month schedule too.
Yeah, and I want to clarify. I don't think that this episode was boring.
I didn't think it was boring either
at all.
But to your point, also
yeah.
about more information, he is not. He's having an adverse or starting to have an adverse reaction to the drug or whatever it is. So, and then he asked for a double dose. He said a holiday dose, which I don't know what that means. That's some rich nigga shit, I guess. I never even been on holiday, so I can't even tell you. Holiday means you went out of the country, though. Like you can't just be because if you in America, you go to Alabama, from Alabama to North Carolina, nigga, you went on vacation.
Yeah, that's vacation.
Like, that wasn't
if you go to fucking Italy, you're on holiday.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know if that's correct, but if you're an American, that's how it kind of feels.
If there are any rich people in the chat, let us know.
What is a holiday dose?
How do y'all
mean?
talk?
What the hell does a holiday dose mean?
That's enough medicine to last you for the crazy things you're gonna get up for the holiday.
Yeah, I'm about to go. I need enough cocaine to have.
I get holiday doses of my anxiety medicine when I go to Japan, but that's just an extra dose in case. It's in reality, it's in case if I take my medicine and I lose a whole set of it, I have another set to replace it because I was off somewhere.
So it is going on holiday.
Yes, holiday dose.
It's a holiday dose.
You know what? This show is fun and educational. But yeah, like we mentioned, what's his name? Anthony Ramos is coaching Jeremy on sex and shit. Ryan Murphy is good for having just a very explicit
on sex and shit.
Ryan Murphy,
more so the rules of his ability to have sex and how he interacts with people going forward.
Ryan Murphy is good for having like, how can I have a sex scene for like basic cable television, and just have it just like basic, like teeter on the line of R rating, like he was fucking this lady and both of them were completely naked, but they showed this on FX.
They just be trying to look. First of all, I do want to say that this episode was a egregious like flex on. I can do whatever I want to do because this FX. We can do what we want. It's FX. We can do what we want. That's what this said.
Yeah.
We're just gonna figure out many ways as possible to show the most disgusting, disheveled, disformed bodies, and we're just gonna pull off faces. And we gonna show people having sex, big booty, booty, and it's always nigga booty. We ain't even seen one female booty.
Nigga booty.
We ain't seen one female booty the whole time. Just nigga booty. I'm just like, oh, maybe we saw one woman booty.
Put that on a t-shirt. It's always nigga booty.
FX do have a lot of nigga butt.
It does have a lot of nigga butts.
It's just like Game of Thrones season 1.
Yeah, HBO has the hogs. FX has the butts.
HBO has the hogs. Put that on a t-shirt. What? But no, I think that these dudes, I think that this is going to go into further sexual experiences with these two gentlemen.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was going to go in that direction, but I mean, I guess that is the nature of the virus and everything, and just kind of like the themes of the show. So,
is it?
Yeah, it's an STD, and and when it comes down to it,
you got to be sex if it's an STD.
Fifth Panther said in the chat, HBO has the hogs broke me.
Let me tell you something. Those are words you should not put into the same sentence.
Oh shit! Sorry. Looking, headphones fell off. Okay, I guess we should probably.
So my question was
let Terry talking the whole time.
Old boy, the assassin, knew old girl though. Like he has her on retainer.
Oh, Maria, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this,
oh,
this
yeah.
this is like not her first weird rodeo with this man, apparently. And I do like the last little line she gave, like talking about I won't be able to walk right for a week. but still, a question. Like, it's why her specifically? Like,
Oh, I think that where they are, proximity. We're in this country.
So they're
I'm
just
gonna
there.
call
It's
this
like,
girl
yeah.
up because let me get, she knows what the deal is type situation.
Mhm.
Like she know, we ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. Ain't nobody gonna put their bodily fluids in you. And she's
Mhm.
like, okay, that's cool. Pay me double for no bodily fluids. Usually pay extra for that. Okay.
So no kissing.
But not anymore because she won't walk right for a week.
Yeah, right. It's like I'm gonna have to like take off work this week.
I can't go to my real job.
I do like how they still kind of like poke fun at him being a virgin still because of all his little noises that he makes, and the dude's just kind of like,
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he's still new to this. He is not true to this.
oh boy, making all kinds of noises.
Like the conversations that he's having with himself is kind of strange to me. Oh, Grove's looking at him weird too, like, okay. That's how you get down. He's like, hit the big finale.
The big finale. Yeah, it's like, what? I don't know. This might be a nominee for best high concept comedy too. I don't know.
If they keep going back to Jeremy and Terrence Howard, son, it's gonna be a whole comedy.
So
also, I think like this episode is the only episode where we've seen wealth come into it as far as beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have the guy who, Ashton Kutcher's character, like he got his own yacht or whatever, but he's also the guy who created the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we see in that the wealth come into it and the beauty, like with the fashion shit, like Terry was saying, all designer shit that this nigga's wearing, all from stuff from all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to focus. I feel like every episode has had like a small focus of the elements of beauty as we see it or we view it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm interested in what if that's the case, what possibly the next one is going to be like focused on.
Mm-hmm.
Because Terrence Howard's son, the first few episodes, he kept talking, like he kept going on about societal norms and how people, don't appreciate shit. And like he just was really like a mouthpiece for where they're trying to go with it, as far as their message.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of brought that back in this week with his character. I'm paying attention to his character because of that obvious connection that they're making in the first few episodes. And now we went into like the lavish life, the having thing.
Right.
Which seems to be things like he didn't really care about that shit. Or you would think from the first few episodes that we've seen him, he doesn't really care about that shit. But turns out he's like, yeah, this is what we do, baby. We do.
Yeah, he seems like he carries himself a certain way where he's got a certain swagger where you can see that he appreciates the nicer things. And now we're in this White Lotus / Kingsman training situation with Jeremy. So we'll see how that story fleshes out. You guys have any final thoughts on this episode before we close things out?
We didn't talk about what happened at the end.
What does happen at the end?
Jordan pops up. Well, first of all, old buddy, his cat died. That sucks.
Yeah.
And that 9 lives is a terrible name for a dog. I mean, for a cat. That's why your cat died.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why your cat died. Named him 9 lives. He ain't got 9 lives now. Nigga got 1. Got nothing left. He's dead now. But yeah, Jordan showed up to his apartment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jordan shows up to Cooper's hotel room. And like we mentioned in the last podcast, Rebecca Hall is already like flawless, no notes. She don't need the beauty.
She need no help.
And like seeing this version not covered in goo I'm just like, is this better? I don't know. T, how did you feel about the ending of this movie? I mean, this episode.
Yeah, I was real curious of how you're gonna make her beauty. Well, it's a little weird to me, but I guess it really just I don't see how it worked. But yeah, they did it. So weird, I guess. Okay.
Maybe these characters should have been a little older, like casting wise.
Yeah, maybe
they
like
should have
they
been a
go
little
that
older
route.
that way. That when they did, like when she,
Yeah, I felt that was really weird.
Yeah, because that's one of the reasons why, speaking to the substance, which we've mentioned before,
I was about to say maybe they should have got an ugly bitch, but I didn't want to say that.
Well, that's the thing. Like with
just older, I mean, you can still be fine, but you'd be like, old.
Well,
right, older is
that's the thing I was saying. Like comparing it to the substance, like it had the smart idea, because like again, you don't want to shame someone and like cast someone based on like, it's like, oh, we're casting you because you're ugly. You're gonna be uglier than this version of you. But like the substance, one of the things it did really smartly is like, this is a gorgeous person. We're recognizing that she's incredibly gorgeous, but she's just aged, and that happens to everybody. And what if you could make yourself younger, or a younger, better version of yourself? But this didn't really go that route. This is like, you see perfect specimen Rebecca Hall. What if she was more beautiful? It's like, I can't imagine that. What are you talking about? One of my favorite black actresses, Rebecca Hall. Fifth Bantha says maybe it turns you into who you think would be the most beautiful version of yourself. Oh, so maybe it's like a psychological thing. So that would be interesting. I would like to hear if that comes into like the development of like how the beauty works.
So wait a minute. What if
depending on beauty standards?
What if you're anorexic?
So it just makes you like really.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm thinking of a different way. Like, what if you're anorexic and it makes you fat? What if you are happy with being fat and then you took it and you just was fat?
Yeah,
I mean, it turns you into who you think you would be the most beautiful. Like,
right? But would you take it if you were happy with who you are?
But don't forget, it does work like an STD, so like that can still happen.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Right. You could get it without even knowing it.
That's right. It don't matter what you think or what you want.
Yeah, you could just be walking around fat and happy and explode on the subway one day.
Yeah, somebody could like just explode and shit gets in your eye.
I mean,
it's like nothing even happened to me.
It's gonna spread twice as much, because if it's a like 300, 400 pound nigga on the bus or on the train and the motherfucker blow up, whoa, that's cool. Everybody got it. And everybody in there got it.
Yeah, everybody. And that's one thing that we didn't talk about last week. With it being related to the comic book, we talked about the comic book a little bit. That we saw someone explode on a subway train, but we didn't see it be like a mass contamination situation. It didn't seem like they had to like quarantine everybody who was involved there.
Yeah.
So this is another just like element.
Something I feel like should be done regardless of a contamination. Like, I don't care if there isn't airborne AIDS going around. Like, how about we just don't like let everybody just leave once this blood has been splattered everywhere?
Yeah, I need to talk to everybody. But before we get out of here, Terry, do you want to tell people where they can find you on the
interwebs? Man, no, we got
Have you ever had the thought, hey, I don't have a shirt on? Well, then you should consider perusing through the Drunk Banthas merch store. Just head over to the store tab on our YouTube channel to check out all of our very cool merch. There's legitimately a lot of cool shit there. Oh, I probably shouldn't say shit in a commercial. Well, but anyways, head to the Drunk Banthas merch store, where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and a whole bunch of other cool shit with our stupid name on it. Stay safe, my little Banthas, and may the force be with you.
Yeah, that's right. Head over to our merch store. It is the best way to support the channel.
Best way.
But before we get out
The
of here,
easiest way, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, baby. Push the buttons.
Push the goddamn button. T, do you want to tell the people the best way they can support you and where they can find you on the interwebs?
You can always find me at tpensco, my Instagram. I always keep forgetting it moves. And then you can go there and get some pins. You can see me at BlurredCon this first weekend of March in the DC area, where I'll be with comedian Godfrey selling some Afro Samurai collab pins that we got.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. That's Godfrey and T out here getting it in. Get them pins.
They come together like lamb and tuna fish.
Lamb and tuna fish. I wish if I didn't have so many things that I was doing this year, I would be going to that one.
Yeah,
that is fact.
That sounds fun as shit. Guys, definitely check out the links in the video description. You can find all of Terry's links to his Instagram and all of his social media. Thank you so much for listening to the Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little Targaryens, secret Targaryens, and may the force be with you.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.